The thing about Israel and Hamas, yeah, is something that you shouldn't pay any attention to. It's a psyop. It's rubbish, right? The first point is the land has already been taken. That's the first point, right? The Palestinians, no matter what their gripe or their grievances are, the land has already been taken. Furthermore, the land didn't even belong to the Palestinians or the Israelis before this happened, before any of this. Before 1948, that land wasn't theirs. You would say it's the Palestinians. But if we go even further into history, you know that when the Hyksos invasion happened in Israel, when you had with the Hyksos people coming in Egypt, and then after that, when Alexander the Great came and all the rest of it, there was an influx of Arabs into North Africa and the crossroads of Asia and Africa, which we now call the Middle East, right? It's not their land anyway. Do you get it? So it's like the two aliens or the two people that are not indigenous to the place are now fighting over land that's not even theirs, and like sucking your emotional energy. Like, bro, it's a comedy show. I have a book here in my house. Not a book actually, it's like a monthly publication thing, which is the New Left Review, and this one's from 2001, 22 years ago, right? And there's an article in there called "The Deserter" by Edward Said, where he's talking about the conflict. And if I was to read you excerpts of this article, you would think I was talking about today. Nothing changes. We've seen this over and over and over again. Like today, they're saying Hamas are using paragliders and shit like that, and they're, paragliders, and it's bollocks. Do you know how secure like Israel is? Bro, you have more chance of breaking into the White House than doing that. They have all the best military tech from the United States. They have all the best facial recognition software. They have it. Do you understand? So this idea that an impoverished group of people, with the assistance of Iran, smuggling in weapons, will be able to beat them. It's a joke. It's not real, guys. It's a joke on the world stage, and everybody just gives it energy. Like, you have to understand that Israel and the Arab people, the Arab countries around them, the leadership at least anyway, are in cahoots. You understand? That's why Saudi Arabia will not step on Israel's toes, and Saudi and Israel have like these understandings. Even though they're Arab and Muslims, right, and they're supposed to be advocating for their own, they don't do that. You understand? And other countries follow suit as well. And even in the Muslim world, there's this split between the Wahhabis, who are more the hardline people who kind of like usually don't step on Israel's toes and stuff. It's a joke. And even on the world stage, all the political leaders, everybody's condemning the little guy instead. And it's like, come on, man. It doesn't even make sense. Like, if we were to bring this on a micro level, right, on a humanistic level, let's assume we live in a neighborhood, right, and there's a house, like two neighbors, they share a terraced house, right, and they're constantly fighting, and then they have issues. One guy, this guy built his garden and took some of this guy's garden or whatever, but really that garden actually belonged to the other guy that lives on the other side. But it doesn't matter, whatever. They've been pushed further south. That's another story for another day. So they're quabbling over this, and this guy throws a rock through this guy's window, and this guy goes to the other guy's house with a gun and shoots up his house, kills his mom, like bloodbath, right? And all the neighbors are like, oh, but you shouldn't have thrown a stone through his glass. You shouldn't have thrown a stone through his glass window. You shouldn't have done that. Now he's killed all your family. It's almost like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you shouldn't have killed them. Like, there's proportion even in law. There's the concept of proportionality. Like, if it's not proportional or proportionate, you don't do it. Do you understand? It's a scam, guys. Don't give it any energy. Like, and then now it's like, now everybody's talking about this thing like it's some important thing that's happening. It doesn't fucking matter. The Israelis call it mowing the lawn. Yeah. Every so often they go there and they just chop some heads off, and that's what they call it. They call it mowing the lawn. If you don't believe me, find an Israeli newspaper Go back to 2000 and the last one, no, not Ariel Sharon, yeah, around the time of Ariel Sharon, and or even after him, even during Netanyahu's premiership, there's talk of that. They always say that there's people in Israel that will go and sit on the hillside and look at Hamas and the Palestinians getting bombed and stuff, and but really and truly, the Palestinians, they also understand this, because the higher ups in the Palestinian Authority or the PLO, whatever, it's all a gang. They get it. They're Arabs. They get it. They're rich. These guys have got them. They have money. All they have to do is just have to play the game along. They have to play along with the game a little bit here and there, and like anything that's vital or critical, or that shouldn't be destroyed, never gets destroyed. I'm telling you. And on top of that, nobody of any kind of significance in Hamas, because they're all in Paris anyway. They're all in Paris and London, so no one gets killed. And Israel supposedly doesn't know about where these weapons are like coming in. It's a joke. Come on, it's past that. Like, have we forgotten what Israel does to the world? Like, have we forgotten the time when Israel even took over was it like a boat or something some years ago? Like, Israel just literally takes the piss in this world and nobody says anything. And everybody then firms it like, oh, well, the other person shouldn't have done this. Like, Israelis spit on Christians in their country. They spit on Muslims. They spit on Africans. If you're an African, even if you can trace your lineage to that land as an African, yeah, they don't recognize you as being from there. Did you know that? And there are Africans that can trace their lineage to there, because some Africans actually have the true kind of connection to the land. Look it up yourself. There's Ethiopians and stuff, East Africans, West Africans that go there. They're like, yeah, you know what? Our lineage is, they're like, no. They have children there. They're like, well, your child is still Ethiopian. He's not even from here. Do you know what I mean? They may be anchor babies or whatever, but regardless of the fact, that goes to show what it is. Don't waste your time on it. It's a fucking shit show. It's a comedy. It's not real. Nothing's going to get done. And even if we were to take it on face value, bro, Palestinians just need to, like, it's done. The land has already been taken. You're literally living in a prison. Like, what's the point? What are we talking about here? We're going to fight. Okay, you can fight, but the land's already been taken and they'll keep taking it. It's done. They've basically left a little strip so they can use it to create new stories and, always, do the sympathy thing, like, oh, we got shot by a rocket from the Hamas and this is why we have to protect ourselves. This is why we have to be this is why no one can talk about us. This is why we have to protect ourselves. This is why we need all the best tech. This is why we need all the best weapons. This is why we have to be, beyond reproach, because, people want to attack us and kill us. Oh, come on, man. Come on. It's a joke. Bollocks, man.